back across my past. Though missed the time, it went by fast. Things that haven't made no sense. Strange things and weird events. Second guess it and give it a stir. It will bring you back to her. You will make it by living your life. Some things no asking twice. My mind wanders hard on my past. So many things I just can't grasp. I feel lost, can't find my way. Looking back, I just got to say, Mr. Gumbo cooking up in my head. It's got me thinking, jumping out of my bed. Ingredients in the back of my mind, mixing up from the front to behind. I'm in the shadows, I'm trying to see the Mr. Gumbo, it's surrounding me. I'm in a place that's the oldest time. Mr. Gumbo, it's an ancient rhyme. I'm living in a mystic gumbo. I can't deny the way I go. It's got me thinking about a mystic gumbo. I'm caught up in the ebb and flow. Stirring up some mystic gumbo. The pot's boiling, mystic gumbo.
That's what we're gonna do today, baby. Serve up a little mystic gumbo. That's John Lawrence, one of our Blue Dots out in Tallahassee, Florida. I enjoy his music very much. Anyway, how y'all doing today? Let me get this fixed right there. It is indeed Tuesday. Well, what a Tuesday we're having. I'm glad oh shit. See, I ain't never got it. Yeah, we're going to get to that in just a second. Let me see. Let me get everybody in the room here. Come on. Scroll. Bart Larson was the first one to jump in, followed by Michael Johnson. And Gary Springs here. Andre Jackson's here with the family. Randy Peterson, 6 weeks, baby. Woo, pig. You got a short timer's chain, buddy? Are you walking around with just 6 links left on your belt? I'm looking forward to it, buddy. He's moving down to our area down here. Texas River area. Anyway, Vic. Hey, but by the way, Randy, 87 degrees down here and sunshiny today. Winters only last a week or two. Anyway, you'll love it. Victoria Osborne, thank you for being here. Mega Wet Willie is with us. Bart's been in here twice. Deborah Douglas is here. Bruce Preston, Paula Gibson, Paula Gibson's here. Dorothy Tyndall, BW's here. Jeanette Miller, Karen Van Wyck, thank you very Thank you, baby, for being here. Karen Van Wyck, thank you very much for being here. It's been a long day. Anyway, let me jump on down here before I screw up anything else in my life. Dwayne Twizzle's here. Bill Jones, the incomparable Bill Jones. Stuart Rhodes and Kelly Meggs found guilty of seditious conspiracy. All 5 defendants found guilty of obstruction of official government proceedings. How you like that headline, baby? I like that headline. And the only thing I am waiting right there, and maybe Bill can keep us up with this because I don't know yet. Is he going to be released for pending appeal, or is he going to get his ass taken straight to jail, which is exactly what should happen there? And I'm going to be extremely disappointed if they send his ass home and say, well, we're going to give you a little time to appeal. Bullshit. Seditious conspiracy, baby. Another word for treason. Oath keepers, my ass. And I know Bill knows what keeping an oath is. I know what keeping an oath is. Stuart Rhodes, he don't know shit about his oath. He threw it out the window along with everything else that man ever touched, his God, his anything in his life. He threw it in a ditch and pissed on it. That's my opinion, because that's much respect that they have for it. They make up their little bull. I was very happy to see that today. As a matter of fact, I kept waiting. They said, oh, they're going to have a verdict, and here we go. And I could be happier if all of them were just found guilty of everything, but the jury spoke, and I'm happy. I just want to see their ass go to jail. And what else happened today? There was some other good shit happened today. The bipartisan bill to protect same-sex and interracial marriage will now go to the House. They passed it in the Senate. It's kind of a halfway win here, baby. It's not the protection of gay rights and gay marriage. It is the protection of a marriage that is done in one state to make it legal in all the states. You can't be picking here. It does not take the ball across the goal line. But it at least moves it a little forward. and it's a fight we have to keep up, baby, because equal rights means equal rights under the law, not under your religion or anything else, but under the law. And we have to keep pushing for that. The Senate needs to codify that into law. Yes, Herschel Walker is talking about his erection. Go figure. Don't forget the two dicks that were standing right next to him when he did. One of them being mine. Anyway, Lindsey Graham, I think it was, and Ted Cruz, both standing there next to him, and he's talking about his erection. Anyway, what else happened today? I was glad to see, as late as it was, Kevin McCarthy finally came out today and said, oh, Donnie shouldn't have had the dinner there. But he didn't criticize Donnie. He just said he shouldn't have done it. You know, shit, Sherlock, is that the best you can do? But it's a crack, baby. It's a crack in the Republican firewall that Donnie has built down there for himself, and it's so slowly getting chipped away. The only thing left that Donnie is going to have are the exact people he met with. The basket of deplorables, the racist, the bigoted, the neo-Nazi bullshit that Donnie brought out from under the rocks. Well, those are the people that are still making up the MAGA party, baby. And that fight continues, baby. Anyway, there's things on my mind, and let me get some help up in here real quick because we have to remind ourselves this is a big family, and we fight the good fight, but not always do we have reason to celebrate so much sometimes. Hold on, let me get this David first. David Billings just came in with a $20 donation. David, thank you very much, and said, I want to remind everyone that boy howdy. The suicide prevention hotline is as simple as dialing 988. Also, for veterans, there is a great suicide prevention program available through the VA. David, thank you very much, brother. David, are you there?
Yeah, I just got to remember I'm on push to talk. I forgot.
I'm sorry.
I sent you a message on Discord to see if it was okay to talk about what I was going to talk about.
You know, I saw that after I set up the thing, and then I couldn't connect. If y'all saw me going in and out of the room momentarily, I couldn't connect voice. So that's why I
said the important part over on YouTube, and I posted the link over there for the VA program.
You wanted to do this for a particular reason, didn't you?
I did, and I want to warn everyone in advance. This is a triggering thing, especially around this time of the year.
It is.
Completely understand. Last Thanksgiving, I celebrated my birthday, and it lands on Thanksgiving about every 5 or 6 years. In high school, I had about 5 people within 3 days. We all had our birthdays together. We were kind of birthday buddies on that one. I lost one of them on his birthday on the 23rd of November. A friend who had struggled a long time with PTSD. He was a Marine vet, and he had talked me on and off about struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts for decades. And he lost that battle on his birthday this year.
That's rough.
So I want to remind you, I don't want to make it the whole central focus of the show. I'm going to say it that much and I'll leave it alone. To remember, 988, easy to remember, easy to dial. The VA program is thorough and extensive. Yeah, you got to push them to get them to act. And we will act.
We have a lot of veterans in our family.
And we have a lot of veterans.
We have a lot of veterans. And
one of the only reasons I brought it here.
Yeah, and it's something that we can't hide from behind. I mean, we need to talk about things like this because it affects our lives, and it is hard not only for veterans but for a lot of us that struggle every day with personal issues that just seem overwhelming. I like to think that this family is someplace that we can all come together and connect and leave here with a sense of family, that there's people in this family that care about each other. Your story today, David, broke my heart, but it was the second time today.
If I could go so far to say,
go ahead.
From what we're dealing with now, you have no idea probably how many people care about you and how those ripples will affect many more people than you think about. Because everyone who loved Brent is is having to deal with this now and trying to help each other out.
That's all we can do.
You have more people that care about you than you think at any given time.
Well, I appreciate so much this family. Anybody that knows me through knows that this is my outlet, baby. You are my family. Outside of my wife, my kids, Rose, the people that live on my property, there's nobody else here, baby. That's just y'all. That's the only connection we have here. And a new friend Joe over in Mathis. Ain't nobody else here. So we rely as much on this family as y'all on me. So it's a give and take thing. But it is. There are so many. Just today, like I said, your story was the second time today that my heart was broken. I put out a video today, little thing there on TikTok and YouTube and whatnot, my rant for the day, whatever. And I was going through and looking at well, did anybody look, comments, and there was a comment in there, and it just, when I read it, and it was from Esther Ramirez. Esther has been a Blue Dot family member for, years and years, baby, years and years. And she wrote in the chat today that she had not been here in a while because her son was murdered in September. And the person that did it is in jail, is going to be charged with first-degree murder, I understand. And but it hurts even worse that it was a detached member of the family that did it. So it is a double tragedy, and that shows the drastics that this family spans. Everything from people that are struggling to put groceries on the table, all the way up to what Esther is facing, and people get depressed. So yeah, to me, I look at this as a lifeline, baby. All of us meeting here every week, baby. The names that come up just lift my heart. I want every one of you to know that. John doesn't do this just for John. John could live without the misery that this has brought me, really. But I'd go through every freaking sling and arrow they can throw at my ass. Because I stand on my oath, baby. I stand up for this country, and y'all are too. I'm proud of that, and I'm not going to let any dick anywhere tell me different. And
the good that you do outweighs the misery, whether you can always see it or not. It does.
Anyway, David, outside of tragedy, how's everything else proceeding in your life?
Oh, that's the somewhat ironic thing. I had a great birthday. I got to see friends I hadn't seen since COVID, and nice little combination with Thanksgiving. It was wonderful. I was feeling good, moderately hopeful. After digesting the election for a few weeks. Yeah.
I am too. Still got one coming up in about another week or so, down in Georgia. And I'm feeling good about that one too.
And all Raphael Warnock has to do is run commercials of what Walker says.
Yep, there you go. That's it. Let's hear what the idiot said today about his erection. Bernadette.
Hey guys.
How are you doing, dear?
I'm doing better. I'm in the kitchen cooking. I'm making
where else?
chili tonight, and I want to pass on my condolences to David and to Esther. My heart breaks for you guys. Yes, I do understand.
And thank you to you and everyone. Just a blank thank you to everyone.
Yes. What I wanted to say is that today is Giving Tuesday, so reach down in your pocket and give. Okay. John, I want to let you know I will be giving the way I gave last time. Okay.
Wait a minute. Back up the bus. I'm sorry. I was reading a comment in there, and never mind. What'd you say?
I said today is Giving Tuesday, and I want everybody to reach down in their pocket and give. So, and I wanted to let you know that I will be giving the same way I gave last time. Okay. Just so you know that look for something. You.
Oh, me. Oh.
Yes, I'm trying to keep this joint on the air, okay?
On that note, let me see. Bernadette, would you mind entertaining the family for just 1 minute?
Oh, absolutely. Because This is what I do, right?
I left something. Yes, it is, darling. I left something out there on the table, and I have to go get it. And
Go
so
get it, John.
I'm going to go get it.
David and we'll hold you down. Right, Dave? Dave, you still with me, right?
Oh, we got it. I'm sorry. I'm reading chat. I'm following something over in chat on YouTube that's mildly concerning.
Do your job. Do your job. No,
Welcome, Cheryl.
Today is, and welcome to Cheryl Missy Chick. She's our newest moderator in the Blue Room, and on YouTube when she can figure that one out. And I appreciate her help in coming in and helping us all. Yeah, because like today I'm in the kitchen, and so she's moderating the Blue Room and over on YouTube, along with Johnny Fly and along with Ms. Linda, our other two moderators. So, we got a nice crew going on here, all wonderful people. And today is Giving Tuesday. And I just want everybody, if you can, reach out, give something. This needs to stay on the air. We need to keep John's voice out there. It's hard times. It's hard times on everybody. And, if you can afford to give a little bit, reach out, please. It'll make you feel better. I swear to God, it'll make you feel better. And your blessings will come back and double upon you even more.
Baby, okay? Thank you very much. Because if there is one place this place is known for, that you can come here and speak your mind. And that means everybody. And no matter who it is, baby. So you stick around. Anyway, you know what I had to go get? I got mail.
I don't. You got mail.
I got mail, baby. I got a Christmas card, my first Christmas card from Miss Linda Gallup. I don't know if she's in there. And she is from Arnold, Missouri. And I got my first Christmas card, and it's a beautiful little. I almost cut it open when I opened it with my knife there because I'm stupid. Anyway, it says, "Have a great holiday and a happy New Year. Warm thoughts and best wishes for a magical Christmas season. Love, Linda." And she included a very nice little Visa gift card in there. And I'm going to let Mama do that online. Shopping online.
Awesome.
Here, take that and do that. So, Linda Gallup, thank you very much. I appreciate that tremendously. Now, where were we?
Yeah, where were we?
Where were we? Oh, I know where I was. Claudia Garcia just came in with a $20 donation through Super Chat. Claudia, thank you very much.
Claudia.
Thank you very much, baby. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is that what you was giving a speech about, donating?
Yeah, it just happens to be Giving Tuesday, which is, something that started several years back, and it's gone worldwide. And, after spending all the money on Black Friday and Cyber Mondays and all the rest of that, then we get to Giving Tuesday, which is the part of the week that I like because it is better to give than to receive.
It is indeed. This family gives its heart all the time, and that is what I'm so thankful for, the love that my family has received. Y'all know Marsha's not feeling well, so I appreciate all the love and well wishes that have been sent up for her, and I love y'all for it. Anyway, Keith Thompson came in with a $5 donation. Said, "From an old Marine," and let me specify. He said, "Old Marine." You go, Navy. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. LOL.
Right on.
BTF.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you. Because he is an avid supporter of the Blue Room and John Bertavo.
From an old Marine to an old sailor, baby. That's what that is.
Semper Fi, bruh.
Semper Fi.
And you know what? He told me I could say that.
You can say, well, sure, everybody should say Semper Fi. Semper Fidelis, baby. Always faithful. Always faithful.
Absolutely.
And Semper Fortis, for those who are nautically inclined. That's the Navy motto.
Okay.
And it means not for self, but for country.
There you go.
But and that's why anybody does it. And that's why Randy Peterson, he says, "I'll be in your driveway in 6 weeks. Look at your ass." I'm waiting on it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's coming down here, baby.
Yes.
I'm really looking for it. It's a very nice area. If I was going to pick some place to retire, this is where I would have picked, because it's not only where I grew up, but it's the Texas Riviera, baby. We were at like 86,
and it's not
87
Florida.
today. and it's not Florida. But they're trying hard to turn it that way. That's why
I
I'm
know
here
they are.
fighting my
They
ass off for it. But
Yeah.
man, what else happened? There was something else. Oh, Kevin McCarthy came out and said Donnie did that wrong. Let me see. We got the bipartisan
Wow.
bill through the Senate. Has to go be reconciled through the House, but I dare him to do anything. And we'll see that done. There was something else. I'm trying to scroll through the. Well, I ain't scrolled yet. There's something else that happened today that I went, yeah.
Well, Joe Biden got the big four together to talk about this rail strike that's trying to take place, and these people need to be compensated, and they definitely need to have time off to deal with sick leave and not be fired because they take a freaking sick day off. Come on, what kind of shit is that?
What is this now? Wait, back up the bus.
This is the railroad.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. If they don't
Yeah.
come to a deal,
yeah, you thought Thanksgiving was bad and shortages and things going up, and
it could get a
hey,
whole
fuck
lot
around and
worse.
mess with Christmas and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. But these people, they need to have the right.
They're battling for their rights just like anybody
Yes.
has a right to do.
Yes,
And
you can't
unfortunately,
take
they
a day
have that.
off
No,
without getting fired. That's some bullshit,
That's some
John.
bullshit.
That is some
Something
bullshit.
comes up in your family, you got to deal with it. What's the deal?
Yeah,
they
and
do-
all they're
what
asking
they
for
do-
is for like 4 days.
They-
4 days.
The railroad approaches it with the attitude, and a lot of companies do, that the reason you're good because you're going to screw up, because you're a lazy asshole, you just want a day off. No. Most employees are dedicated employees that show up because they want to get paid, baby. And if you're not at work,
Yeah.
you're not getting paid. If you don't get paid, you don't make
Exactly.
nothing. You're not making your bills. Don't make your bills. You're out on the street. And that's the sad. Oh man, my mind just went to where. Yeah, I watched something. I can't even remember right now. It'll come to me in just a minute. But a special one, a documentary about. No, it wasn't a documentary. It was Jon Stewart. The problem with Jon Stewart. As a matter of fact, I watched about 3 episodes in a row of his, and I admire the man. He is very articulate, very in-depth on things that he tackles. And one episode.
He does his homework.
Yes, he does. Yes, very much. Mission Chick.
Yes.
How is everything up in Michigan?
Our newest moderator.
Windy. It's really windy right now.
Windy?
But other than that, it's okay.
Well, what's the temperature?
Good question.
Yeah, no.
Don't want to go outside to look. Huh? That's not good.
Well, I think it's about 37, or it was when I came home.
No.
You competing with Keith now. Oh my goodness.
Oh, heck no, that's still warm.
Yes, he's
That's
right
still
there.
warm. It's
Anyway.
above freezing, so it's still warm.
Ooh. Mm-mm.
All of a sudden I'm quiet because I don't want to say what the temperature was here today.
That's okay. You can hurt me.
I don't want to hurt you. But I couldn't live in that shit, baby, not in an extended amount of time. If it gets that low, it snowed here. And when it did, everybody did the same thing. There's books and books and books of photographs that people went outside and took. They couldn't believe that shit was falling on the ground here. And it was on Christmas Day. And
Well, it's kind of a miracle.
Oh, it was. It was. We went to bed Christmas Eve looking out the window saying, oh, look, a couple of snow flurries. I mean, we could actually see it. We went, oh, that's just great. And went to bed. The next morning we woke up and, baby, we were blanketed. I mean, about shit. In some places, 2 feet of snow.
Wow, that's a
we had
lot.
snow right down to the beach. And I loved it. And but then it melted and went away.
You loved it for about 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, no, actually,
Right.
it stayed on the ground for a good 3-4 days. It took a long time for that stuff to melt because it was pretty thick. But it was. I had never enjoyed a snowfall so much in my life as that one. And
Well,
yeah,
the indigenous people above the Arctic Circle or around the Arctic Circle have approximately 126 words for snow.
Ooh,
that
wow.
many. I have
Well,
one.
They
and
got a lot of snow.
Cold.
right, and if you live in an area where there's snow, you fully understand
I
why
have.
there's 126 words to describe it, because
I
that's
Oh
how
no.
different it is every day.
I remember flying up above the Arctic Circle, and there was just like a standing understanding on the crew. If we had troubles and we're going to ditch, you had an option. There's the door. You got a parachute, or you can stay warm on the way down.
Oh,
Either way, baby, it was not a good outcome what's going to happen. So yeah, we never lost a plane up there, but thank goodness for that, because I feared that. Keith Thompson came back with another $5 and said 6 to 8 inches of snow here in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hey,
Keith, I'm
John.
praying for you, buddy.
I don't want
I'm
to
letting
hear
the
it. Then
warmth
it
of
comes
Texas
this
just
way.
glow through the camera, buddy. I'll tell
Keith
you.
wins.
Oh man, I got to give it credit though. I see it on the news, everything. Actually, to me, it looks beautiful. Oh man, look at that. But then, I'm not in it, and my time up in Alaska for years, I know what it's like to be in it. I don't want to be in it anymore, ever, if I can help it, unless it's on
Well,
Christmas Day.
we're expecting a winter storm. We have a winter storm warning going on
Uh-oh.
until Thursday, and so yeah, for Northern California all the way up through to Washington. So yeah, we're about to get slammed with a cold
The
front.
southeast
So,
is really getting getting pounded. It's a real severe warning of severe storms all up in that area. Texas going all the way up into Tennessee and whatnot.
And everybody, tonight you need to be real careful if you live from Texas on east. The tornadic activity is going to be high tonight. So keep your ears open, guys. Family, take care. Take care. It's going to be one of these nights.
I don't like tornadoes and I don't like earthquakes because they come right now.
Well,
Right now.
tornadoes, especially at night,
Yeah,
it's very deadly. So please, family, please be careful tonight.
Everybody be
Yes.
careful, no matter where you are. And I'm sure most people are familiar with where they live and the precautions they have to take. And let's just encourage everybody too, because we have to watch out for each other. Anyway.
Oh, can
What else
I lighten things up a little bit?
No.
Absolutely,
No,
please
we're
do.
looking to hang somebody.
Because it's Giving Tuesday, right?
Right, it's Giving Tuesday,
What-
and
Absolutely.
I have some subscriptions to some Substack people,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a woman named Jessica Craven. Her thing is called Chop Wood, Carry Water, which
I like that.
yeah, but she told a story today, and well, I'll read part of it. It's the backstory is, she does phone bank stuff,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and she also puts links on her thing so that she tries to get people to do things like that. And she was on one of her phone bank calls to Georgia,
Right.
and she connected with a 94-year-old man in Gwinnett County, and he answered his phone, and they started chatting, and she asked him if he was going to vote, and he said, well, he really wanted to vote, but he didn't think he was going to be able to. He couldn't drive, and he didn't have anybody to take him. And to make a long story short, she put out a little request on her TikTok, and sure enough, someone else who
goodness.
didn't live very far from him responded to the TikTok,
Really?
said, I can go get him. I'll go pick him up. I'll take him to vote. So the woman went over to his house and picked him up, took him to vote, and they're going out to lunch next week.
Right on. Oh my
Outstanding.
God. See,
I love that.
that's how you get things done. Absolutely.
Isn't that sweet?
And,
That just made my day.
oh my God, that's amazing.
It reminds us that the news is not bad all over the world. I mean, we got bad things going on in the world, but every day you can find that. Isn't that what we were talking about the other day? The news doesn't report the good things that happen every day. That's a good thing that happens.
Right. And
Yeah.
I'll give a little shout out to the lady that picked him up. Her name is Shiggy, Shigggy on TikTok. So if anybody runs into Shiggy on TikTok,
Shiggy.
thank her.
Shiggy.
Yeah.
Right
Shiggy.
on,
Wow.
Shiggy.
Outstanding
I
story.
tell
We
you,
could
that's
all use
something else,
stories like
man.
that in our life.
Absolutely,
That's,
absolutely.
and
Because that's
and
we're
don't
in this together,
every bit of us,
and
baby.
this is what we got to do.
And
It's
we're on a
what we got to
momentum.
do. Yes.
I
Yeah.
think we're on a ride here. Not to say it
Yep.
ain't going to get bumpy, because it is. Come January,
Right.
Republicans going to take over the House, and hold on to your britches for the shit
Yeah.
show.
It's it's gonna get crazy out there,
Yeah,
and they have every intentions of making it crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? I can't remember which politician they was talking about when at the end of the Hillary Clinton emails, they said what was the outcome? All this for nothing? He said nothing. Have you seen Hillary's poll numbers? That little comment, y'all remember? That's what they're going to do. It's not about anything but Democratic poll numbers. They're going to try to
Yep.
demonize Democrats as much as they can, demonize Biden, go after Hunter Biden, anything. They'll attack the cabinet members. I know they want to impeach one of the cabinet
Mayorkas.
members. Mayorkas.
Mayorkas. Yeah.
They want to impeach
Oh,
him. He is. Remind me who he is. He's the head
He is not Homeland Security. Homeland Security. I think that's no.
He
He's
is
the one that
Homeland
does the
Security, yes.
immigration. Yeah. Yeah. He does immigration. And
Their
so
big, the big thing they're trying to put together is this huge impeachment case against Biden based on the crisis at the border. Going after Homeland Security first, if they could, that's their test case.
Right.
You
And
know,
we get
check
away with
this
this
out.
if so.
Let's put this in perspective. Under the last, impeach 45,
Right.
we had over 1 million people die because of his dereliction of duty with the COVID pandemic. Over 1 million people died in this country alone. They want to talk about people crossing the border?
Yeah.
Seriously?
And people
Seriously,
storming
as
our
opposed-
Capitol, wiping shit on offices under him.
Yeah.
It's not even comparable to what's going on today.
They shitted in the Capitol building
Correct.
and smeared it over the walls. That's who these people
That's who they
are.
are. That's who they are. Have no mistake of who Donnie's people are. The maggots of the country, the deplorable Hillary talked about. That's really who they are. That's the
Then she
people that
was
crawled out
right.
from under the
And
rocks
she
to
got-
elect him.
She got chewed out for saying that. And
Yep.
she was absolutely right.
Right.
They are deplorable.
They are.
And if we haven't seen it already, you keep watching.
And they
'Cause
wore
they
it like a
still
badge of
are.
honor. Like, I'm deplorable. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. And they take pride in that.
And those that aren't deplorable, they're just simply ignorant.
What else?
i.e.
What other
Herschel
word
Walker.
could you use? Yes. What other word can you use to describe that man? I will give him kudos for his great ball work. He played ball real good. Kudos. Great. As a senator, are you shitting me, Georgia? That is the one question I look at and go, really? Really? You're willing to put the reputation of your state at the highest levels of legislation in our country, and you're willing to put a moron in there just because he'll vote the way he's told. It's just sad to watch a
Because
party decline
they want power.
the way the Republican Party has. Let me send out a thank you to Tommy Engel, who came in with a $25 donation. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you,
And said
Tommy.
72 degrees today in Fort Worth. I love the cooler weather here. It's my time of year. 2 Oath Keepers convicted today. What a
Yes.
day it is. See, even all
Yes.
the way up in Fort Worth, it was still 72 today. That's what we like about Texas. We have winters, but they ebb and flow like the tide. They come in and then it goes
72.
away. It goes away. It'll come back down, and next thing you know, it'll be 30. I know just the other day, I think Fort Worth was in the 30s or something like that. But see, all that shit kind of turns around and goes back away. And then we get to warm up for a few minutes. But it'll come back. It'll come back. It's not. We're not out of the woods yet.
It's all that hot air from Abbott.
That's what it is. And Ted Cruz, whose face is right in front of my tablet here. GOP employs whataboutism over infamous Trump dinner. Oh, Ted Cruz, I don't know what he said. It's his picture there with that headline. Some GOP lawmakers are bringing up the unrelated associations and controversies, or turning to whataboutism when asked about, I guess, Donnie's dinner. That's the headline, and it goes on with the story. Well, the Republicans are looking for anything to say because there's no defense for that. Show me a senator or congressman that's actually going to stand up there and defend that dinner. They're all going to go, well, he shouldn't do it, but you're going to have to force him into a corner to say that.
Let me point out a little salient fact of that. It's still continuing.
What?
Donnie has not denounced Fuentes, not at all. None of the things he said, he's just stayed quiet about it.
But Fuentes has denounced Donnie.
Oh, yeah. Donnie wasn't Nazi enough for him.
Oh, Kevin McCarthy in his speech today, because they pointed this out, and I'm glad they did. In Kevin's little speech in front of the Congress, in front of the building today, outside, he talked about Donnie did the wrong thing, but he said he's already I don't think he used the word apologize. He said he's already addressed the issue 4 times, and some other bullshit, and he hasn't. Donnie hasn't done a damn thing except say he didn't know who Fuentes was.
He didn't know him.
He said he didn't know who Fuentes was.
And
he also said that Kanye didn't say anything anti-Semitic at the dinner.
There's no anti-Semitism.
Well, to listen to he got all upset.
That's good news.
Yeah, he got all upset when Kanye asked him to be vice president for him. Which you have to imagine that discussion.
That's an ego dig, and he doesn't do well with ego digs.
No, he doesn't. He got
Kanye's not his type.
No, and Donnie's not going to play second fiddle to anybody.
Yeah, I think that's what got us in this first place was Donnie realizing that he was having to play second fiddle to a more qualified, more talented black man than he was.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
I think that's what got us here.
Seems to be his problem.
Hey, I do believe. Hold on to your britches. I think the entertainment's going to pick up here. What I'm calling entertainment. Anytime I watch them Republicans squirm, it's entertainment for me.
Oh God, yes.
And I think we're going to start seeing a whole lot more of it.
I wouldn't have said this a month ago, but I'll say it now. I hope Donnie runs just as hard as he can. I hope he tears this party limb from limb.
I want to see
non-core the Republican Party.
Tear them apart.
Go for
Tear
it.
them apart. Rip every one of them a new asshole.
Hey,
hey, shut up. We're talking here. Anyway.
The room's too pretty for me now.
Hello, Johnny Fly.
That's pretty for all of us.
I wanted you to know I went today. I got my eye exam, and I found out I was wearing my Vote Blue 2022 shirt. And he noticed that. He congratulated me for it. That's good.
There you go. There you go.
Right
and
on.
He said, well, actually, when I do my eye exam, we hypnotize the patients to vote blue and think blue. I said, well, hell, you don't have to do that with me. I've already been a blue Democrat for a long time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tell him it was born into you, baby.
I can see the next QAnon post, though, now. Eye doctors implanting blue dot or blue vote blue memories into people.
Hey,
oh,
that's an idea. Let's
next.
go along.
They're next.
That's a good idea.
So I imagine you're pretty happy up there, Johnny Fly.
Yeah, I'm very
Pennsylvania
happy.
went just the way it should have went.
Exactly.
So,
and I'll tell you what, I had the privilege to meet Josh Shapiro twice.
and you have pictures
What
to
you
prove
see
it.
is what you get. Yeah. What a great guy he is.
I feel the same way about my Beto O'Rourke pictures when I'm with him. Yeah.
I hope he decides to run at some
I don't
point.
think we've seen the last of him. He's not somebody who's
I
going to
don't
walk
think he
away from
will.
his convictions.
No.
See, that's what Democrats do. You lose, you back up, you reevaluate your situation, you adjust, you move forward, you do it again. Republicans like Kerry Lake just sit around and go, they just,
oh yeah,
I didn't win. I should have won. I want to be governor. That's
Democrats try to find out how to get more voters
There
to
you
vote
go.
for them. Republicans try to prevent voters from being able to vote.
Oh,
I think the
Kerry
Republicans
Lake.
have the crybaby genes already in them. You know that.
One of the
Yes.
complaints today, some of the people supporting Kerry Lake were making was that the vote was suppressed because people thought the election was fake in Arizona. And I'm going, no shit. You just spent how long convincing them of
yeah,
that?
you've been preaching
shot
that
yourself in
song
the foot.
forever, and then you go, oh my God, people don't believe. Yeah, because you telling them don't believe.
Because, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and there is still, as a matter of fact, I don't know if they did today. They were supposed to. There was still one county in Pennsylvania and one in Arizona that still have not certified their election yet. We don't know. Haven't
Well,
quite
John,
figured it out yet.
doesn't that hurt them though if a county refuses to have their votes, whatever, registered or what have you? And wouldn't that hurt the Republicans that are in the same county? How do they figure this out? I don't
You know,
understand.
Of course it does.
they're shooting themselves in the foot. Is what they're doing,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it does.
and they don't
And
care.
you're gonna tell me that in the primary they got everything was okay, and in the general it's not. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, really.
These people, you know,
They don't
she could have came up with something original. This shit wasn't even original. We've seen this one before, okay?
Yeah.
And guess what? He lost too.
Yeah,
I
Still,
love it.
yeah, I'm loving it. I
love
am. You know, and I don't think it's the end of this. This whole bullshit
No.
with Donnie running for in 24. Let me turn this off.
well, and you have the Supreme Court hearing the case about state legislatures, and so that the legislatures have the right to pick the electorate and say whoever they
Yeah.
want for that whole case is in front of the Supreme Court right now, and
that's a
so
crucial
they're
one because that
ruling on-
is
it
that's the
is,
Republican
because it's what's
attempt
giving
to
these
negate your vote.
Republicans the power.
Yeah.
This is what January 6th was all about.
Yeah, and if they can't do it by
This is
force,
the
they're going to
whole
try to
premise
do
of
it
it.
through the legislature.
Yeah.
By and what's his name, Manan
And the really scary part about it is that what they're saying is that should the legislatures get this kind of power, even the governor, nobody, the courts can't do anything about it. And that's bullshit.
You want to know how John loads his mind? And I hope I'm saying his name right. Manar Raj. He used to be on Comedy Central Live. He's a comedian, but he is a very articulate. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
He's on MSNBC.
Monty.
He's one of
Yeah.
the go-to killing guys. Got his own regular slot for I believe a weekend show, but he's very good at his job.
He
You can
is
look for him to rise.
extremely good. And I just listened to him because he picks one subject and he goes right through it. And the other day he was talking about, I watched one on taxes. Holy shit. And one on the electoral system. And wow, all of a sudden my mind is trying to catch up with everything that guy says because he speaks very, very fluently, very fast, and covers a lot of ground. I really enjoy his program. Yeah, we were talking the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats. The way our electoral college is set up, basically, we're in a situation where the Democrats have a big tent. We got to have a big tent because we need lots of voters, and the Republican don't need as big a fucking tent because of the attraction for the way of flag waving. You know, and Marsha and I was discussing this earlier in small town America, which is where Marsha grew up, and how red it is, all across the center of our country. And it's because of good American values that you grow up loving your country and everything, wave the flag, but they get lost in what that means for everybody in the country.
It gets lost when it gets mixed with hate, John.
It does. And we find ourselves. I remember what the main drive was. He was talking about a two-party system and how that two-party system is set up for us to pick leaders that are not the best leaders, but they're the most populist leaders. Well, this guy's going to get elected, and that's the main drive, is to beat them. It's not to further everything in the United States. It's just to beat the other side. And they were talking about, instead of going into this solid two-party system, we do and it sounds what we should be doing. We do what Maine did this year. They went to ranked voting. And
Alaska did too.
That takes the power and puts it back in the people's hands. That puts all of it back in the people's hand. You pick your first top 3 candidates, whatever candidate you like, whatever party you like.
Mm-hmm.
I like this guy the best, but this guy over here, I don't normally go for him, but he's pretty good. I like him, and then this guy. Well, that sets up a winner, but only if one person gets over 50% of all the vote. Okay,
Exactly.
if you fall below that, then they take the guy with the lowest ones out and toss him out and take the votes that those people voted for him as first choice and look at their second choice. Okay, if it's one of these 2 people left, they get the vote, and we go see, and first person over 50% wins. And that's the way the system actually should be set up to run. But we have a 2-party system, and the 2-party system is not embedded in the Constitution or anything like that. It's not in our laws. It's just our society has gravitated to a 2-party system. Either you're Republican or you're a Democrat. Now, in today's world, the title independent plays a big part because most people as a whole, do not want to register as a Republican or a Democrat. They register as an independent. Mainly, I think, because they don't want to be identified as either one.
Affiliated, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? When they vote independent, it does take away from the other party. And it seems like Democrats get hurt the most, don't you think?
With independence?
Just depends.
I don't think so, Johnny. Actually, I think it's the other way around. I think
Most of the time, the independents they end up caucusing with the Democrats anyway.
Okay.
Because the Republicans have just gotten to exactly they'll tend to caucus with the Democrats and vote with the Democrats because the Republicans have gotten so extreme nowadays.
they've gone off the deep end.
This ranked choice system, that's what they did up in Alaska. They ended up with 1 Republican and 1 Democrat for Senate.
And Sarah Palin got her ass kicked out again.
And Sarah Palin wasn't neither one of them. Yeah.
You remember Ralph Nader? Ralph Nader, it just seemed like, I think it was during the Reagan time, where every time it seemed when a Democrat wanted to run, Ralph Nader would be right in the line to run too. I think he ran as an independent.
He ran,
And it always screwed things up, though, I think.
Well, they always...
The Republicans have had them too. Ross Perot was independent.
A third party candidate right now would only siphon votes off from mainly one party. It would either siphon them from the Republican side if it was more conservative leaning, or if he was more liberal leaning, he would siphon from the Democratic side. Either way, it's a game of take votes away from the other side.
That's why under ranked choice voting, you'd have 6 or 7 viable parties.
Yes.
Parties that got the top 3 votes would be forced to come together and make a coalition that their voters would agree with, go forward, and that puts the power, not all but largely, back into the people's hands.
Well, David, they also pointed out, and I love the way they did it. They highlighted a TV commercial that was playing up in Maine, and they were discussing what the impact of ranked voting is. Instead of in Maine, you have TV commercials loading up your TV all day long. This guy's a bad guy. Don't vote for that asshole over there. Vote for me because I'm the good. That guy's an asshole. That kind of shit all day on your TV. And they highlighted an ad to where there was a Republican and a Democrat running, but it's ranked choice. And both of them were standing there smiling, talking about, vote for me first and him second. And then the guy said, or me first and her second. And they were Republican Democrats standing there together and encouraging people to rank voting, pick your favorite candidate, and let's see what happens. What a better commercial than whipping out the Republicans with the .50 caliber, blowing up some sign that says socialism or something. It takes that out of the equation.
We're really locked
and maybe what it would put in is what are you have to get out there and actually say why I should vote for you.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Hey, what a concept!
I knew I was hungry for a reason.
Yeah, they have to have an exact reason why we should vote for them. A lot of Republicans, they don't even know what the hell they're doing, or they'll promise them, like Trump did. I'll have health care too. I'll never forget that. We never did get.
No, he never did. He's got a great plan, a wonderful plan, a terrific plan. They're going to have it next week. Stay tuned.
You know what?
Yeah, and he had one
Never
for
had shit.
infrastructure
Yes,
too.
yeah, they always
Never
had a
got
plan.
pulled
Yeah,
off.
we're working on it. We're working on it. We got a great deal going on. It's going to be the most fantastic thing ever the world has ever seen. Blah blah blah. Let me thank Maria Betancourt, who came in with a $5 donation through Super Chat. Maria, thank you so much, baby. I appreciate it. I appreciate this family so much right
Thank
now.
you.
And it helps.
Well, being
because-
trapped in a two-party system just isn't representative.
No, it's not.
No, not anymore. It's
No.
not.
And you know, that little skit I watched the other day with Monteraj, or no, whoever it was. Anyway, I don't remember who. I remember what. That whole discussion about how the two-party system is actually the worst thing we could have. I mean,
Yeah.
It creates this war between it's evolved to that now. Anyway, it used to not
And
be this
it
bad.
breeds corruption.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and it's just not good for democracy itself, and you can see where it's leading us, because we have in our nation right now a solid wall on the right, and again, I try to emphasize nowadays a lot. Not all conservatives. There are some conservatives that are anti-Trump and anti-that. They're still conservatives. I still don't agree with their policies, but we could work with them the way we used to, and that's where we need to get back to. Where the grudge isn't there, that we're not, because that's what we're looking at right now. In the new Republican Congress, it's not going to be 2 years of trying to do the right thing for the American people. It's going to be 2 years of Benghazi, email,
Yes,
Hunter
because
Flapper.
Crazy is
Yes.
still is going back in the House, and you
Yes.
know, Crazy didn't get elected in Alaska.
Yeah. So Marjorie Taylor Greene's coming back, you know. Jacking off Jim Jordan. He's coming in with the head of the Judicial Committee. Think of that. Jacking off Jim Jordan. In charge of
And
the
she's
judicial.
coming back demanding power.
Yes. So hold on to your
Yeah,
britches.
I got a kick out of that McCarthy today. Boy, he's standing there like I
Yeah.
missed a big shit. Oh, we're gonna be watching that checkbook, boy.
Yeah, why don't you?
Well,
oh,
he's
God.
got to get the votes first.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
gonna. He hasn't got them all yet. Tony boy,
And I hope he.
let's get Tony in here with us. Tony, what are you
Yes, sir.
What are you cooking, brother?
I'm not cooking anything.
Oh, come on.
no.
You got plans to cook something later, or you already did? One of the two.
No, I'm just
No?
sitting here waiting on Paulette to get here because she already cooked.
Oh well.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Nice.
there you
But
go.
she's in Illinois right now.
Oh
so.
shit.
Okay.
And she went to pick up her daughter from her job because her daughter had 2 blowouts yesterday on her
Oh,
truck.
man.
So
Oh,
she had to take her
no.
daughter to work, and she had to stay over there over early because she can't drive after dark.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
So her daughter's going to drive back, her truck back. So
Right.
she's all right around town, but her eye doctor told her don't be on the highway at night.
Okay.
boy.
So she just called me a
to
little
the
bit
doctor.
ago. Yeah, she called me a little bit ago and told me she's sitting out in Annie's workplace waiting on her and her grandson to get off work because they're an hour behind us. See.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So they're just getting off work now, 8 o'clock, and 7 o'clock in Illinois. So I said, well, let me go in the bedroom and turn this computer on and see if Discord works on this computer too.
And
That's
lo
all
and
I'm doing.
behold, there you are.
I
We're
was sitting here
glad you
listening.
are, brother. We hadn't seen you for a little while.
Well, I got this computer. I had Discord in here for a year. I just never used it.
Right.
So I hooked in my
sounds good, though.
headphones and everything.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
Yeah, he sounds real good.
Thank you. But yeah, y'all sitting there talking about these crazy ass people. These people are crazy. Just like, guess what? If you're under 30, you ain't supposed to vote. Yeah, you
Oh,
stupid
God.
son of a
He's-
bitch. Yeah,
You know,
stupid.
let him keep talking because he just keeps talking himself out of a job, and that's
Yeah.
good.
Now you gotta remember, I'm running for president. You want to run as my partner? You
Yeah.
stupid son of a bitch.
I would have loved. I would almost
How
paid for a
stupid these
ticket to
people.
see that,
Yeah,
because
You know,
Kanye
he-
said that Donnie went rattle on him at the table.
yeah.
I would have liked to see.
And that's
Well,
probably
these
the
ne-
truth
Yeah.
there.
These next
Kanye.
2 years should be interesting. They're going to make such an ass out of themselves that they will be voted out of office. You watch. I hope so.
I think they will too, Johnny. Tell you the truth, I really do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Think
They need to.
They're in there now, especially the Congress. They're in there now, talking all kinds of crazy shit. I'm sitting here thinking, Yeah, go ahead. Talk your crazy shit for 2 years.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're gonna be out of
We're
job in
listening.
2 years
Yeah.
That's right.
People are listening
because
to what you're doing.
you ain't gonna do shit.
We're watching.
Exactly.
Well, you guys, we did lose a Democratic congressman on Monday from Virginia,
Yeah, seen that.
Representative Donald. I think his name is. Oh, I had it before. Lost it.
I do it all the time.
Etchen, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
61 years old.
Mhm.
Lost his battle with cancer, and so his seat isn't Youngkin.
Youngkin rings a bell.
McKeachin.
Yeah, McKeachin is his name. Yes, but isn't Youngkin governor of Virginia?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
he is.
And so I don't know if he has the power to just seat another rep, or
can
if there
temporarily.
has to be.
Judge Coggins says in Virginia, but it will be a new race, not a governor appointment.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going to be a
It's
new
going to
race.
be a new race.
Yes, he had just won his race.
Yeah.
He had just won his
Well,
race.
it's a Democrat-leaning area already.
And
Yes.
ironically, it was colon cancer that too. That's why I stressed that.
Yes.
I'm so
That's what
glad
it
my
was.
brother talked me into going through and getting examined. I'm so glad he did. Or I might not be here today.
And Maria
How bad
Betancourt
it was.
just sent in $2 and said, who will take his seat? That's what we were just discussing.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Maria Betancourt, baby.
Well,
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll
Condolences
be
going
another
out to his
Democrat.
family and
my
to the
Jenny's
people
not
of West
popping up on
Virginia. Uh-oh.
me. Yeah.
Rabbit?
No. I think he told me, Dad, you have to restart it occasionally. And
Okay.
we haven't been on in a few days, and I don't like to restart it because I'm afraid I'm going to screw up the picture thing because he sets the picture, and I don't know. Never mind.
What do you mean, the whole computer? Your whole computer?
No,
It's
just
on the
that
wall?
program.
John,
It's on a program called Restream, which allows me to broadcast both to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. If I paid them more money, I could get Twitter in there too. But fuck Elon. Anyway, that guy.
John is not a techno weenie, okay?
No, John is not a techno wizard. John has certain buttons John can push, and that's it. I don't touch anything
that's
else
it.
because, sure enough, shit, I'm gonna screw something up.
But
And
John, you're never too old to learn.
yeah,
Remember that.
This
that's
is
a
true.
ticket, sure.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
John don't get new glasses. John ain't gonna be able to. That just today I came home and told Marsha that's it. I got to go see an eye doctor because I'm driving down the highway and I'm really losing my vision. It's really changing on me big time. And so shit, I
Yeah.
gotta go. Yeah, because I can't hardly unless I lean in to about right about in there, then I can read that screen. Other than that, it's just a blur over here. And I try all of the chat. I have that in big letters so I can see what they're saying in there. But God says,
Good news.
God says, push all the buttons. I could, buddy, I could. But then I'd be off the air in a heartbeat. I know I would.
I have a little quick good news.
What?
The Senate passed the Defense of Marriage Act.
Yes. That makes it. Well, it has to go back to the House and clear that, which I believe it will. Like I said at the beginning, it's not taking the ball over the goal line, but it's moving the ball forward, is what that is, and it protects marriage. If you're married in a state that gay marriage is allowed in, and another state, if you move into that state, they can't discriminate and say, well, we don't believe in that shit. Doesn't matter.
Right.
So in other words,
it is
John,
not up to you.
if I got married up here in Pennsylvania, which is legal,
Right?
I moved to Mississippi or Texas or wherever,
Yeah.
they would still honor my
They
marriage.
have to honor your marriage now.
Yes.
That's good.
And it, like I say, it's not moving the ball over the goal line would be codifying marriage equality. And that's what the Senate should do. They should codify it because they already hinted around after Roe v. Wade, gay marriage is on the ballot, baby.
Was next
Marriage
on the
equality
line.
is going
Right.
to be the next thing online that they're going to look at because, God. And that's it. That's the reason.
And we all know that the Supreme Court is about taking rights away.
They are. They don't have a problem with it, and I believe they're going to go after that.
Nope.
because we do. We have God on the court, and I don't know how to combat that. That's the division of church and state is so essential.
That was their intention.
Yes.
And that's why it's so important. It's so important who you vote for,
To quote
because
Thomas
the
Jefferson,
president gets to elect these Supreme Court judges,
yes.
and they're for
Well,
life. For life.
Separation
when
between
Margie,
church and state is essential for a free and democratic society. That's what
when,
he
when
said.
Marjorie, when Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert get in there, oh, don't worry, they'll be preaching from the pulpit of Christian nationalism. You either turn into what
I like
they
to
want you
think that a
to
true
believe.
Christian isn't going to buy that shit, though.
You would think.
I think, I think just like as in the Republican Party itself, I think there's a whole lot of Christians that need to get on their knees and maybe do a little talking with God without going to the church or something. You need to square your shit away with where you stand.
Yeah, like have a personal relationship with him.
Yeah, that would be a good
instead
start.
of a public one.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't
they
let somebody
claim they
else
do.
guide you through this shit, because they are. Trump is, in my opinion, and I've said it for the whole time, he has taken them, he has made them throw their Constitution, their Bible, everything in the ditch and piss on it. They don't care about that. They worship Trump, and that just you degrade your whole religion when you do that.
Well, John, there's even one guy out there. I forget. I see it. There's a guy. He goes by. Let's see, Telltale Atheist. He goes by, and he mentioned this one guy actually wrote a book about Trump. He really believes Trump is the Messiah. Can you believe that?
Yes, I believe it, because there's some people out there saying that shit.
Yeah.
And just how sick of a mind do you have to believe that?
I also believe
got to
people
be-
will write anything down to make
Anything.
money.
Yeah, if
Sorry,
there's a
my-
market for it, there's a seller.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And
my
if
my
people will believe it. They want to search the fact first. They'll believe it first.
my sick brain's wondering if we can crucify him now, if that would be allowed.
Yeah, can we get ready and skip
Right.
to that part?
You want to play
Well,
Bible?
yeah,
We can play
Ooh,
Bible.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Easter's
fun?
coming.
We'll put you inside this cave and we'll all sit here and wait for a few days, see if anything
Hey,
happens.
Bernadette, I think you sound so willing. I think you'd be the first one to drive the nail in, wouldn't you?
I would get great joy, honey. Can I use a nail gun?
I am
Hey, whatever works.
so happy with that
You can borrow mine.
Thank you.
guilty verdict today for Stewart Rhodes.
Oh, that's
That just capped my day, baby.
Oh my God, I missed this one because I too went to the doctor today, and I'm gonna live.
You're gonna
Yay.
live? Outstanding.
yeah.
We're happy about that.
Yes. He got guilty. I missed that one today. I'm asking a question.
He is guilty.
He's guilty.
Seditious,
I'm
he's
right there
guilty.
with you, Media Main 6.
Yeah.
Guilty
He did-
of sedition.
Well, he
Wow.
did, and
Yeah.
his lieutenant. Who was his lieutenant? The both of them were convicted.
Megs
Good.
is his name.
Yeah,
Good.
Megs.
Because
He's guilty
I was
too.
listening. Rachel Maddow comes on Monday nights, and she
Monday
did
night,
an amazing podcast called Ultra, and it was about sedition trials in America. Back
This
in the
is
40s,
history
right before
making.
World War I, and that DOJ, that Justice Department, lost that case, and it went on for years, and they had multiple defendants in the case, and it was a huge mockery throughout the United States, and trial just went to shit on top of the judge dying in the middle of the trial.
Heard that
and
part.
and yeah, they lost that case, and the Justice Department, she was saying last night, does not have a great track record for, well, in particularly holding, and this is going to piss you guys off, but bear with it, holding politicians to account.
There you go.
They
No, I don't think
have
they've hardly ever done that.
Yes, but this particular case being very similar to what happened back then, just to hear that they got a guilty verdict out of this case, out of two of the defendants, I'm stoked to hear that fucking shit, because maybe, just maybe, this special prosecutor, which they didn't have back then,
Mr. Smith goes.
will be able to do his job.
Well, who was one of the people on MSNBC tonight said, I have a feeling that Donald Trump and his gang are shaking in their boots right now. I think
No,
Not yet.
no.
He's
no.
not shaking yet. No, he's still got plenty of bullshit he could have tried to pull out of his ass, but I think the water's getting a little deep.
He still refers to himself as the President Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
using the special
There is no
prosecutor
humility
fundraiser.
within that man's ass.
Still
Anywhere.
No.
fleecing his
Anywhere
flock.
in his soul. Everything is about him.
Hypocrisy, yes. Humility, no. Oh
Mm-mm.
Jesus, he's just fucking comical now, but he's extremely dangerous. Okay, because there ain't nothing that he could do losing case after case after case. Every fucking case that he has brought is just is falling apart on him, and he
Well,
ain't
that's
winning
what I
shit.
say. So
And
what?
neither are his
What does he have?
lawyers.
Well, what does he have to lean on? You know, if he has nothing else to fall back on. What else could he do? You know.
Well, I don't think he was ever
Uh,
about winning anything. It was
No,
all about
it's all about
wearing them
delay.
down.
It's about
Yeah.
delay. And
Yeah.
he
Right.
really wanted to get to his big announcement that, he's going to try to do this shit, lose for a third time. Yeah, so let's
Huh.
do this. Okay?
I'm sitting here looking at the list. I have the list of the names and the charges against their ass. It's a history-making trial
Yes.
today. I'm still waiting to find. If anybody knows yet, I don't know. I don't want to hear anything about him being able to go home while they appeal this shit. This is what's really going to piss me off if they allow that. And we've seen it. Well, we're going to let him go home while we appeal this decision. No, fuck no. Because if any one of us went to court for any goddamn thing and we got
For
guilty, they're going
sedition?
to take your ass right back there to jail.
Well,
And that's all there
pretty
is
sure,
to it.
Let alone
Well-
for sedition.
For
I mean,
My-
listen
yeah.
to the charge.
you're gonna
My
you're gonna let that man go
understanding
home.
is, well,
Go ahead.
my understanding is that he's supposed to be in prison. That was
If
my
he is
understanding.
not, it's gonna piss me off.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you.
They usually don't haul him off to prison unless there's a flight risk until the
They
sentence.
said he was already in
So-
prison already.
I think
Right.
I thought
Right.
he had already been in prison.
Yeah,
Well, good.
already
He's been in
in
jail.
I
prison.
don't want
I
to see
don't
any
know.
more of those
I've been
people with their
preoccupied
little
lately, and
jail.
lately, and I may have
wanting
known.
us to feel bad for all those people sitting in
sh-
prison waiting for their trials.
No.
No, I'm just.
No, I don't feel bad.
Guess
I'd
who?
love
I-
for that.
Guess who isn't in there waiting on trial? People who
Oh.
weren't at
Trump's dumbass.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Trump's dumbass ain't in jail yet. But the entertainment is coming. I'm still looking down at Fulton County, Georgia, waiting for something to come out of there pretty soon.
Yeah.
The
He
case-
has already said that should he be elected again, which I doubt very seriously that that's going to happen. Okay, that he would pardon everybody who's been,
Oh yeah, he's
was
gonna sing
involved
that
in the
song.
J6.
Elect
Well,
me, and
John-
I'll let you out of prison. Go ahead, Johnny Fly.
Mhm.
John, it's my understanding that Kevin McCarthy was subpoenaed to appear before the grand jury in Fuller was the Fuller
Oh
County. or
yes,
Fuller-
there
He
was a case.
subpoenaed today. Yes.
There was a case that the judge came back and said, anybody waiting for any grand jury, you better show up. Okay. Because we're not doing this game anymore. Okay.
It should be
So, yeah,
interesting
the
to see
judge
what
came
Grand
back
jury
McCarthy
subpoena
does.
is
all
not a
that shit.
congressional subpoena.
What's that, David?
Yeah,
Grand jury subpoena is not a
are
congressional
not.
subpoena.
No,
No.
There's some
they have
serious
to show
teeth
up.
in the grand.
Yeah,
in-
there's a grand jury subpoena,
Yeah.
and I was glad to hear that Kellyanne Conjob went, and they say she did not take
4
the fifth.
hours.
4 hours. Sat
4
in there
hours
and did
she
not
spent.
take the fifth, she says.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
So-
they asked her. They tried to pump her for information. She wouldn't give them anything.
Hell, if I was going to go in there, I'd be rolling with the truth. I don't give a shit what it would be. You go in there without do anything but
Lie to the
what was
grand jury.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for shit.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
she wouldn't.
It's
She
against
wouldn't
law to
tell the
go-
press what she said. She
Well, she doesn't have to.
to.
She doesn't have to.
Yeah.
That's anybody's right to who goes in front of a grand jury that they don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
But the
I think
judge
the
who has been dealing with quite a few,
remixtress is hot tonight. She's had a few
Yeah.
good comments.
she's always hot.
As far as Jack
The
Smith, when you've
remixtress.
been chasing war criminals for years, a guy who can't do ramps is a good change of pace.
No shit.
Yeah,
See, that's what I mean. The pure entertainment value of what we are going to come watch down the pike. What it is, it's heartbreaking for our country that we have to go through this, but it's vindication for what we've been fighting
You know
for
what?
all this time, baby.
You know what, John?
Huh.
It's not heartbreaking. We've been waiting for
That's
this
what
to
I'm
happen
saying.
for a while. Unfortunately, we
justified
have
in
to
ours.
go through this
Yeah.
because we cannot allow this man, of all the people in this fucking country, we can't allow him to go above the law.
That's right.
He has been criminal from day one, and he
Right.
needs to be prosecuted. He has ripped this country off for decades.
Decades, baby, decades.
Exactly.
Way long before he got into politics, he was ripping. That's his
Absolutely.
job. Was ripping
That was his
people off.
ultimate
Absolutely.
ripoff, was to get into politics.
Go
And
ask
look what
it.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh my
Go ask
God.
any Trump University graduate.
And since becoming, that person that lived in our White House for, the last 4 years, that commander in thief,
Yeah.
he just seems to believe that the house was built for him. No, wrong.
Makes me doubt the Peters principle,
Yeah.
Mm.
where you rise to your level of incompetence. It didn't happen.
Everyone
Kept
rises to
going.
their own level of incompetence. Everybody does.
He went above and beyond
Hello,
that.
hello,
I
Keith.
know.
Let's welcome Keith into the room.
Hey, Keith.
Hello, everybody.
Hoorah! Hoorah!
We talk about the stench of Trump. For me, it started with the Stanford Five when he
Yeah.
wanted those young men.
Central Park.
killed.
Central Park Five.
Central Park 5.
Yes. And then even after those young men were proven innocent, he still
He
went
didn't.
after.
He didn't care.
Yep.
You know, that just put a tag on his head as a racist
Forever.
bastard.
Forever. Because if you allow him back, if he were in his dream, if he were to become president for life, which is what he wants to be a Putin, he wants to be a Kim Jong-un, don't think he don't. That's what he would do,
Hmm.
Craig. That's the kind of leader he would be.
He said it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't kidding.
Mm-mm.
Hey, and what's that guy that's a racist too? He starts with an F, I can't pronounce it.
What? Who?
He said the same thing. Why don't we just put Trump in there and keep him in there, have no more election? Yeah, that
That's exactly
guy that
what
was
he
being-
wants.
He was that
And
down
don't
to
think there aren't those in the
Mar-a-Lago.
Republican Party that would welcome that. They would.
Oh, they
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They, again, I fall back to I can't believe their language. It's all they will argue more about the quality of the vote. It's not the quantity of the vote. Fuck
He
you.
never has been.
We the people means everybody gets a vote. Representative government. That's what it is. We all get a vote, baby. We get to decide, not you,
right.
not them.
But only
We-
if I get to represent, John.
Huh?
Only if I get to represent. That's
yeah.
how they think.
That's It's a great election if I win. Carrie Lake.
It's
prime
only
example.
representative if I win.
If I win.
I mean, look at Carrie Lake's dumbass.
Ain't that sad?
She gonna go out there and be Trump in heels, and just scream, "Oh, fraud, fraud, fraud!" Ain't no fraud going on, bitch. You lost.
Yeah.
And
you lost. That's it.
was
Suck it
you
up.
lost.
Suck it up. Quit spitting the bullshit out of your mouth that you were spitting and find a new line. You want to get elected? Find new voters.
Boston managed to suppress her own base. It's just too good.
Yeah.
Where's
Right.
that?
When you
Right.
tell people don't go out and do early voting, then guess what they're not gonna do?
They're not going to go early voting. Oh my God! On voting day, damn! I had a flat tire, or my wife called and I had to go do this or that, the other, and I didn't get a chance to vote, but I meant to. All sorts of shit
Yeah.
could happen.
Hey, that reminds me. Did you see how many people really voted in Georgia? What was that? Oh,
Yes.
There are
third
record
of
amounts down in
Yes.
Georgia voting right now.
I love it.
I
I
love
hope
it
they're all
too.
for war now.
Speaking
And
of Georgia, do we have a 2 for 2?
yes, we
Bill?
do. Yes, we do. Well,
He's got a
Two
while we
days
got it
left.
there, don't
Georgia.
forget to go by and visit our family page over there at John Bertavo Speaks Blue Dot Family on Facebook. No, I did not come up with that name. That is a wonderful group over on Facebook, though. But there he is, Raphael Warnock, running down there. There's only a little over a week to go, and
Yes.
the one little thing I saw in the news this morning was about campaign, and so we're making a big difference. Not we as part of a collective group. I saw the numbers for Herschel Walker, how much money he's taken in. Oh man, he's got $8 million.
52 million or something.
That's
that
Raphael
he's been able
Warnock
to
got
spend.
$52 million so far.
Yeah.
A little
How about that,
disparity
you
there.
guys?
Yeah, that's a big
How about
change.
that?
Well, and it's not even
Love
just that, but I think he's got the highest number of anybody ever at this point. For
And with
one
record voting the way it is right now, I'm feeling good about Georgia, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a
Wow.
big difference between a 50-50
And,
split
and
and a
all Herschel has to
51-49.
do, all Herschel has to do is keep running his mouth.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know, he was off for like what, 5 days, and all of a sudden now he's on the campaign trail again.
It's all
And
about
who's
the
helping him
erection.
out? The governor.
They got him
Yeah,
a
the
couple.
governor.
You notice that?
It's all about the
Ching,
erection.
Got
ching,
handlers now.
ching,
Uh-huh.
ching.
Yes.
That's all it's
Well-
about. Ching, ching.
He's always had handlers, because when he gets out there and speaks with his own tongue, he says things like, the people, the vote, the erection is for the people.
The erection is for the
Yeah.
people. Yes, yes.
No,
and
thank you.
The remixtress points out that Mike
Oh,
Lindell
boy.
is actually running for the chair of the RNC right now. He wants to be
Yes, he
chair
is.
of the Republican Party. Mike Lindell.
Oh, I
That would be the
confirm.
nail in
And
the
his
coffin,
pillow.
don't you think?
And his
Oh, yes. Oh, please, let him win.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
give him a calculator because he does real well with those.
Well, I'll tell you,
Okay.
that
Man.
Herschel Walker doesn't know his ass from a hole in the
Give
ground.
Herschel
He
Walker a
know that.
calculator and he'll try to dial somebody's phone number.
No, I meant
Okay.
Michael
Hello,
Lindell.
hello. That's what he'll do.
Hey, as we're getting close to wrapping up, can I share a happy story since I started?
Oh, there,
Absolutely.
time is
Please do.
flown.
This really, Dwayne the Rock Johnston went back to his 7-Eleven that he says he used to steal from as a kid in Oahu, Hawaii, and bought all the Snicker bars, paid them back, and said these Snicker bars are now just for whatever kids want to come in and watch them and want them. He said he just wanted to make that right. He'd been wanting to do that for decades.
Wow.
That's what he. And I'm sitting there
That's
going,
cute.
I know it's a small gesture and it wasn't.
Yeah, no,
big
but it would
money to
make-
him.
Oh, man.
Hey, I bet
I-
you Trump wouldn't do that.
Nice to know that people still want to be good people in
Hey,
their
that
heart.
is a good story.
Yeah.
I like that because, well, I don't know about y'all. I'll fess up. When I was a kid, little kid, yeah, I stole a candy bar or two, and it never did
Yeah,
make me feel good.
Discouraged.
It never did make me feel good. That's a good story. To carry that means he carried that through his life. And when he had
Yeah.
an opportunity like that, he made good on it. That's great.
I agree.
I wonder how many of us, I know I do, wish I could walk down the pathway of my life backwards and make some corrections, make some amends for some of my mistakes. And I know, I've got a list of them, baby, and I'm sure a lot of people other too, but we can't. The only thing that we could do now, and I say it all the time, it's the only thing I learned. You adapt, you overcome, you move forward. You don't have a fucking chance of doing anything other than that. No other options
Yep.
than anything. You adapt, you overcome, and we move forward.
Yep.
That's all we can do in life. And I try to apply that to everything.
And if you have the opportunity to go make good on something that
oh,
you did
Lord.
when you didn't have any common fucking decency
Oh,
or sense, then go do that.
I run that-
You know what? It won't do nothing but make you feel good.
I run that little movie in my head sometimes. What would you do if you would have won that big Powerball the other day they had? Where you're going to get almost $1 billion. What would you do with the $1 billion? Are you shitting me? I'm going to enjoy my life for one thing, but it's not going to be on a grand scale. But I would enjoy finding the people that need it and just out of the blue. Like that old movie, they used to come to your house and just deliver $1 million or something. They used to have a show when you was a kid. Watched it.
The millionaire.
Yeah, who just knocked on your door one day and a benevolent millionaire or billionaire gives you $1 million and walks out of your life.
I know because I was named after the guy that brought the money.
Really?
His name was Anthony.
Wow.
Mother,
Okay.
my mother loved that show. That's who she
Well-
named me after.
I got my
Right on.
names from my uncles, but My two brothers' middle names were Bruce Wayne. That was their
Oh,
middle
really?
names. One brother's middle name was Bruce.
Hey,
The other one's middle
Batman.
name. That's what it is,
Oh
man.
my God!
Yes, Bruce Wayne.
Batman.
Yes, my two brothers'
Batman.
middle names are Bruce and Wayne, and I'm Joseph. And you know,
That's funny.
I don't remember seeing a Joseph in the Batman movie, Mom.
I'm sorry.
They got the
You didn't end up as Robin?
nope. Thank goodness. Thank
Aw,
goodness.
man.
No, just John. Oh, don't think I went through my life when I was young going, really, John? They got fancy names, and I got John. I've grown to accept and love my name, though. It is.
That's a good name, John.
It is a good name. It is a good
Well,
name.
I named my son after John Lennon's
There you go.
son,
Mm-hmm.
Julian. So, because, you know, he had a song out that I really liked at that time. It made me feel good.
Isn't it
And so I
something what
named my kid
influences
Julian.
our decisions in life
Yeah.
when it comes to stuff like that?
You know what? To this day, whenever I hear that song, it just puts a smile on my face, and
There you go.
yeah, I just think about my kid, man. He's a grown ass man now, so
Hear that?
I had to.
yeah.
Travis
Right.
got his name because Marcia wanted to call him a junior, John Joseph. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
He's
I
my
told my son he was lucky. I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Your mom didn't want me to name you Floyd Lloyd Boyd."
Floyd Boyd.
Oh,
But what a rhythm with the name, though.
oh, Dad, you would
Yeah.
not have had a good time.
School teachers would have killed you and hated you.
I'm sure he would have loved you. But he also would have liked to have
Ooh.
smacked you upside. Hey, what are you doing, Dad? Damn.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Oh man, that would have been some retribution right there.
There's some names that
Been
go
put in
to
a bad
get
home.
Bart Larson, right there. Bart, that just goes together. Deborah Douglas. See? Jeanette Miller. Those go together.
That Bart Lawson sounds like a gunslinger or something.
Yeah, it does. Bart. I like the name Bart anyway.
There you go.
Bad Bart. Here comes Bad Bart. Oh, man. Are you shitting me? Yeah. It's all in
Hey,
the
all you
name, baby.
YouTubers, before you sign off, don't forget to hit that like button.
That's right. Like, share, and
Absolutely.
subscribe. Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube, on John Bertavo on Facebook,
Shut up.
on Twitter. I'm on what is it? Mastodon?
Yeah, and everything.
I just joined Mastodon. I'm on Twitter,
And
but I
you're
don't
on
do much
TikTok,
on it. I
too.
never do anything on Twitter.
You're
I
on
share my
TikTok
videos on there
also.
occasionally. And now with Elon doing what he's doing, are you shitting me? The guy should go back to building cars and spaceships.
I just
Mechanical
on Twitter to watch
things.
The circus.
Huh?
I'm just on Twitter to watch the clowns, the circus.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
often you get to see a circus burn down in the middle of the show.
Did you hear? He's all cranked up now because he says Apple is threatening to take Twitter off its app store.
And every time
Remove-
that they scream the same thing, free speech.
Well,
You're a
He
private
just
organization.
said that they charge him 30% for, it being on there, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, what do you think they're going to do?
Yeah.
30% standard anymore.
Boy,
Right.
it has created an uproar, though. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm
he
enjoying
always
it.
creates an uproar.
I stay on my. This is if I could. I need to. As soon as I can get to the point to where I could upgrade my internet service, then I could bring Twitter onto line. What I'm working for mostly is getting it to a point where I can afford the service that gives me enough bandwidth that I can invite people on camera live, and have other people join me on the show.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. I'm trying to think of ways I don't know. I can't tell you what's in the works right now because I don't want to ruin the opening effect of what I want to do. But I got some ideas of what I want to do because we want to liven the show up a little bit. The live show. My rants will always be exactly what they are, just me ranting my ass off, talking about what the fuck comes out my mouth.
Ooh, can we be the blue dot squares and you can have like 9 of us up there and people would ask
Yes.
us questions?
Yes, we could have a panel with everybody's
If you-
lovely face up here.
There you go.
That would be better. I already know how most of y'all look. You know,
Right.
there's a few of you that are being secretive.
You
Yeah.
gotta make sure that we're decent. You can't have
Hey,
none of
hey,
the
hey,
weird
hey.
stuff on there.
Watch
No
what's
weird
going
stuff
on in the
on there.
background.
Yeah.
It's a family atmosphere, and I want to make it as much as we can here, because we're not done. We've got 2 years that we're going to put up with the Republicans in Congress and all that shit show and circus that's going to go on there. But there are basic issues that we are still addressing in this country, and this family is still here for that. And
We gotta watch the courts. We gotta watch the courts.
We do. We do. We have to keep our eye on everything, and it's sad. But that's the only way we make it better is to keep our eye on it and keep improving on the system. So that's what. Storms up in Cumberland, Kentucky.
I remember
David,
something about constant
Be careful
vigilance.
up there, brother. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of storms all up in that area in the southeast this evening. So
Who's up in that area?
a lot of blue dots are all up in that area. Oh yeah.
David Jesse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, David Jesse's up
Hey,
there.
isn't-
There's a
isn't
lot of
that
blue
so-
dots up in bad area, up in that. That
What
is.
is
Isn't that-
blue dots? Pat down the
Isn't
hat.
that isn't that storm supposed to go up the East Coast too?
Yeah, it's
if I'm
gonna
not
keep
mistaken?
traveling up the east. But tonight it's basically in the southeast from, I'd say
Wow.
Louisiana stretching all the way up into Tennessee and stuff. But I heard on the news earlier they were calling on the scale of severity of storms being 1 to 5. This system they're saying is a number 4, so it's going to produce a lot of possible tornadoes and a lot of bad weather
Good.
tonight. And
Right around the time of year last year when that tornado went to that record distance, you know.
I'm
About-
moving to
I
New
guess that's-
Mexico. They got Comcast there, and it's evidently good internet.
Yeah, but they're expensive as all hell.
Yeah, but it's legal there too.
Right, start a little farm.
I live in Texas, damn it.
There's
Nothing's
that.
like-
There's that. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight and joining this conversation. Our family on YouTube, on Facebook. This is a family, baby. And in that conversation, I say it all the time, it is the most wonderful thing for me in this whole thing is seeing that conversation going back and forth between y'all. That's what builds this family, and I want to say thank you to every one of you for being involved in it. And to our panel, Keith, Catman 56, my buddy Keith, up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank you, brother, for being here.
Supported Trump for the 4 years he was in office. Remained silent the last 2 fucking years.
Yeah, what he said.
Uh,
Keith, thanks a lot for being here, brother. We appreciate it.
I'm trying to keep the
Hey,
back
Bob,
door
I-
closed.
Oh, there you
okay?
go. Yeah,
got
We
like
appreciate it.
of snow
Appreciate-
up here, okay?
we appreciate it, Keith. Thank you
yeah,
very
keep
much,
it up
brother.
there.
Anyway,
Guys,
outstanding. And Tony Boyd, thank you, sir. Thank you for coming in,
welcome.
dropping in this evening. We appreciate any time you come by.
You're welcome. Glad to
Outstanding.
be here.
Good. And Johnny Fly,
Yeah.
thank you for coming in and brightening our day. We appreciate it.
Well, I
gotta say-
appreciate you having me in.
gotta say, Johnny Fly.
Johnny Fly. Johnny
There
Fly.
you go.
Sounds like a show that ought to have. Who's that? Johnny
Yeah.
Fly. Anyway,
There you
Johnny,
go.
thank you for being here. Miss you, Chick.
Thank you.
Always
Yes.
a pleasure, baby. Thank you for stepping in this evening. We like it. We appreciate it.
Okay, like, share, and subscribe.
There you go, baby. Thank you for that. And David, thank you for opening the way you did, brother.
Thank you for everyone for your support. I really needed it tonight, and it's deeply appreciated.
And to remind everybody, if you are facing, and there's, believe me, there are family members that are facing difficult times, don't let it push you that far, baby. There's an outreach. There's people to talk to, and suicide prevention is an important part. And 988, dial 988, baby. It's like 911. It's there to rescue your ass. So
Because he doesn't give a crap about you. Because yes, he boasted that his son-in-law is
oh. Anyway.
Okay, we got some background noise.
Got a little
going on.
background going on there. But David,
That was
thank
Keith.
you for that, brother. I appreciate it.
We got your back,
now
man.
you realize they were just
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Very appreciated.
And,
You just we're a little help in the background, so don't forget that.
That's
Okay,
right.
we're
always
with you.
all the time, baby. We're all there with you. Stand them side by side. It's what we do.
That's right.
And last but not least, and of course, my best heartfelt thank you, Bernadette, for being here, baby.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. It's Giving Tuesday, and don't forget to give till your heart can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful
Doesn't
thing.
have to be
It's a
here,
wonderful
baby.
thing.
Just keep that
Okay.
in your heart.
Give to whatever you feel is necessary to give to. Give to one another. Just give some love.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Hey, isn't that what they
It
say?
is the
It's
most
better to
important
give
thing.
than to receive.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It makes your
Absolutely.
heart feel better. And that's why I always end it by saying, give somebody a smile tomorrow. It's the best thing you can actually give anybody.
And we love you, Bernadette.
Thank you.
And we love you. We all love you, Bernadette. Anyway.
I love you guys too. This is my Blue Dot family,
See?
so you know.
What a loving
Share
family this
love.
shit is. Who wouldn't want to be part of this? Spread the news,
Share
baby.
love.
Get everybody's ass in here. Anyway, I love you. Thank you all for being here. Y'all say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We will be back here on Thursday night for another Blue Dot family meeting. So let's get ready to rock and roll, baby. We'll see y'all later.